Gemini, what is going on with you? Come on in, have a seat, make yourself comfortable. My name's Alan Hill from UnknownTruthTarot.com. Welcome back to another Gemini love reading. Today we are going to take a look at how your romantic person of interest really feels about you, what they're thinking about you, what their intentions are toward you, and what they're most likely to do as we move through the rest of June 2024 and beyond. When I finish taking a look at your person, I'm also going to get you some advice from the universe on how to best navigate the situation you're finding yourself in with them here in June 2024. Kind of like what you should do, what you shouldn't do, how you should play this so things work out in the way that's best for you and your own greatest good. So let's take a look at your person, Gemini. What is going on with Gemini's romantic person of interest? How do they really feel about Gemini here in June 2024? Let's get two more, please. Okay. What have we here? All right, on the bottom of the deck, underlying your person's feelings about you, Gemini, we have the Empress. This is the mother of the tarot deck. She is always pregnant. She's always giving birth to something. So in a relationship reading, she usually represents the birth of something new, as in the birth of a new relationship. Sometimes she can represent trying to rebirth a relationship when something has ended or something has gone wrong between the two of you. Right under the Empress, I have the Leo Major Arcana card, Strength. This is usually a very difficult situation that your person is probably going through right now. It's something that's probably so rough that it's requiring them to dig down deep inside themselves and tap into all their internal strength in order to make it through. They have the strength to make it through. They're just going to be forced to dig down inside themselves and find it and put it to use. Every once in a while, this can represent a person who is trying to tame this beast inside themselves. They're trying to rein themselves in or hold themselves back from doing something that might be some kind of a mistake later. So it can be like struggling against this piece of themselves that wants to do something and another piece of them trying to hold it back, either in terms of starting something new or in rebirthing this connection. It's looking like starting something new. I get this card when somebody's like trying to resist their internal urges and desires here, and usually they lose that struggle. I mean, the lion is staying with this lady because it's choosing to do that at any point in time. When this lion says enough's enough, there's nothing she can really do to stop it. So this usually is some kind of a struggle that the person ends up ultimately losing. I've got the Knight of Wands right behind that. This is sometimes called the player of the tarot deck. So it can be that person who's running back and forth between two different people, as in between you and this new connection that they've birthed. This can represent wishy-washy, in and out, back and forth, can't really make my mind up kind of an energy here. It can be someone who is like non-committal in the sense of like they say they want something and at first they want it really bad and they're all gung-ho and rushing forward, taking all this rapid, passionate action toward the thing that they want. But then something happens and they kind of pull back and go a different direction. So it can be non-committal in that sense. I got Nine of Cups right behind that. This is Pisces energy. This is personal happiness and wish fulfillment here. This is a step backwards from the 10 of Cups that we all want, that happily ever after, that happy fairy tale romance that we all want, where two people are together and they're pouring their love into each other and it's like reciprocated love, like true love. This is a step back from that. This is personal happiness, personal wish fulfillment. Sometimes that can be someone who's a little smug and self-centered and it's all about me, myself, and I, and my own happiness is more important than your happiness, or my happiness is more important than what's best for us. So we got some iffy looking stuff going on here under the surface of what it is that they're really feeling about you here in June. What's actually in their feelings: the Ace of Swords, the Page of Pentacles, and the 10 of Swords. Ace of Swords is the sword of truth. It's the sword of victory. It's the sword that you would use to make a decision with. Sometimes this is the sword you would use to sever a relationship with. I got the Page of Pentacles next. This is news and messages and communicating about some physical, tangible, real-world opportunity presenting itself, like communicating about some physical opportunity. Sometimes this is an energy of someone who is at the beginning stages of having a plan for their future, like not a fully thought out, fully developed plan, but the beginnings of a plan. I get this card a lot when there is communication with another person about a physical opportunity, as in like, I'm going to be at this particular location on this day at this time, and communicating that as an opportunity to meet up and do something. Could be a decision to do something like that. That's probably how we're getting to this idea of birthing something new. I got the 10 of Swords as the final card in their feelings for you. It's a very weird thing here. When I'm looking at someone's feelings, I'm expecting to see cups, like emotions, and instead what I'm getting here is a couple of swords and some physical world stuff. Swords are the thoughts. Like, this is like wired backwards here. The 10 of Swords is Gemini energy. This is a swift, painful ending to something. Sometimes this is an ending that you don't see coming, hence the swords in your back. Sometimes this is an ending in betrayal, but no matter how you slice this, we got some kind of an ending happening here that looks like it's taking place after communicating about some physical opportunity or creating some plan for the future. If it's a plan for the future, it's a plan for severing and a plan for ending something, and probably at the same time a plan for birthing something new. Possibly been trying to hold themselves back from that and probably weren't quite able to do that. That's their feelings. Let's take a look at how this person is thinking about you. What is this person thinking about Gemini here in June 2024, please? Okay, a little bit confusing here. This person is, I guess it could be that they want to rebirth this connection if there has already been a severing between the two of you and an ending between the two of you. They could be trying to come up with a plan to overcome that and maybe flip-flopping back and forth on their plan here. When I look at what's underlying their thinking, I get Justice. This is the Libra Major Arcana card. It's the most powerful card of balance in the deck. It's about doing the right, fair, just thing. The sword in this card is this Ace of Swords that's in first card in their energy. Here it's used to cut away something that's not in balance so balance can be restored, and then the right, fair, just thing can happen. Like, what's supposed to happen can happen. But when I get this card, it usually indicates that something unfair and unjust is happening, something out of balance is happening, and this shows up as the need to correct that. Yeah, sometimes this is them wanting to correct it. Sometimes this is just an indicator that they're doing some unfair stuff. I've got the Tower right behind that. This is the collapse of some important thing in their life, some important structure. Usually this is the collapse of the relationship. Sometimes this is the collapse of a belief system, of this like mental model of the world that they were operating from. Something happens and turns out that that's not actually accurate after all, and now everything's different. And then I've got an energy of the 8 of Pentacles behind it. Virgo energy of work, putting in the work, time, effort, and energy on something to get what they want, or at least being willing to do that. It's a little late to put in work on the structure after it's already collapsed. This is already feeling like they did something that they shouldn't have. Probably birthing something new. Like, see, a lot of times when I get a card like the Empress and I can't tell right away, is this them wanting to birth a new connection somewhere or rebirth one with you? Sometimes it's not either or. Sometimes it's both at the same time. They could have gotten severed and caused an ending in betrayal because they did birth something new, and it's looking here like maybe they're trying to rectify that situation here. When I look at what's in their thoughts about you, I get the Star, the Knight of Cups, and the 6 of Cups. So again, I expected to see the cups in their feelings and expected to see the swords in their thoughts, but this person's wired a little backwards here. I got the feelings in the thinking and the thinking in the feelings. It's like they're not really able to process their emotions the right way. They're trying to think their feelings instead of feel their feelings. The Star is the Aquarius Major Arcana card. This is a card of hope. It's a card of healing. This usually indicates that there is at least the hope that we can heal this connection. This is also the card that comes immediately after the Tower in the sequence of the Major Arcana. So you don't make it to the Star without going through a Tower moment of some kind first, where everything comes crashing down. It's really hard to see the way moving forward from there. And this is that guiding light from the universe that lights the path, so they can see the way forward. It's where hope and healing come from. usually indicates that there's been a severing here, and now I'm trying to maintain the hope that we can get past it and get to this Knight of Cups, which knights are action takers, cups are love and emotions. This is actions toward love and emotions, moving forward with a romantic offer, romantic gesture, trying to advance a love offer, advance a cup of love, move forward in a connection here. There is some early stage plan for moving forward in a connection here. Looks like after a severing, after some unfair stuff took place. The final card here in their thinking about you is the Six of Cups. This is Scorpio energy of the past. It's thinking about the past, reminiscing about the past, the good old days, the way things used to be between the two of you. It represents a deep emotional connection. It represents the history between the two of you. It can also represent something from the past coming back up again. Someone from the past coming back up. This could be a past history of unfair, unjust behavior that causes the collapse of something, and then coming to put the work in on that. Could be a history here of moving forward with romantic offers and gestures somewhere else. Could be a history here of endings and betrayal happening here. So it's looking like we got either someone that they already know that they're birthing a connection with, and technically this could be you if there's already been an ending, and it could be they're trying to move forward back into the past with the person from their past. Let's take a look at what their intentions are toward Gemini. What are this person's intentions toward Gemini as we move through June 2024, please? Well, all the cards trying to get away. There's too much going on in this person's energy here. There's like too much happening at once. Underlying their intentions, Three of Swords. This is Libra energy of heartbreak and sadness, usually from a third energy. That third energy is not always a romantic third party, although it definitely can be. Hell, anything that we human beings do enough of is eventually going to pick up its own energy. My business has its own energy. It affects me. It affects my family. Working too much can be the third energy. Geographic distance could be the third energy. A drug problem could be the third energy. Some other person could be the third energy. Typically, this means it's something that's not you, Gemini, and it's not necessarily directly your person. It's some other thing is involved here that's causing a heartbreaking situation. It's looking like a third party. I saw the Empress, birth of something new. I've got betrayal. I've got them advancing a cup of love here. Third energy causing heartbreak. There's the Player again, in and out, back and forth. Like, this can be the kind of person that comes rushing in all passionately and tells you everything that you want to hear in order to get what they want, but they're doing that same bit somewhere else because their own personal happiness is more important than anything. This is like somebody who's getting their jollies somewhere else. Yeah, Seven of Swords right behind that. Aquarius energy of lying, cheating, stealing, deception, sneaking around behind your back, trying to get away with something they shouldn't be trying to get away with. It's not the only meaning of the card, but it seems to be fitting this story here. When I look at what their actual intentions are, I get the Queen of Swords, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Queen of Wands. So first thing I notice here, I'm talking about birthing something new. I've seen the Player twice now. Someone from the past potentially coming back, them moving forward in love, possible betrayal, heartbreak from a third energy, and I've got two separate queens in their energy right here. The Queen of Swords is Libra energy. This is she who knows the truth. She's about speaking the truth on something. And she also carries that Ace of Swords here, which in her case is used to cut off the person or the thing that's no longer in her best interest. I usually get this when there's been a severing of a connection. She holds her hand out like that because she knows the truth already, but she's fair enough to let the other person tell their side of the story. The problem is, if the truth you speak to her doesn't match the truth she already knows, she's going to cut your head off with the sword. So there's definitely in this column the sword and someone using the sword to cut this person off, and them still having some sort of a hope that they're going to be able to move forward toward what they want, possibly to get this connection back, but possibly towards some other person. I've got the Knight of Pentacles next in their intentions. This is the slowest moving knight in the deck. It's very slow, monotonous forward movement. It's like snail's pace here. Like usually I get this when somebody wants something to happen pretty fast and they're getting this slow drip instead of that. It's very frustrating. It seems like no movement happens. It can also represent a person who knows what they're supposed to do but just doesn't do it for some reason, or a person who knows what they're not supposed to do but does it any damn way. It's escalating. This physical energy is escalating. We're starting out at the top of the column with the page, and by here we're moving into this knight energy. Pages are usually thinking about it and talking about it, and the knight is actually doing something about it. And right in the center of all that is this idea of moving forward with some love offer or some romantic flirtatious type stuff. Queen of Wands is also out here. When I got two queens in their energy, I guess this could represent two different aspects of you that are in their intentions, but it certainly doesn't feel like that, especially with Three of Swords and the player here. I get this Queen of Wands, like it's the fire queen, so it's the hot queen, the sexy, attractive queen, someone that there's passion and desire and attraction for. A very high up card in the wand suit, which is about passion and desire and sexual energy. I get this card a lot for the other person, like when there's a third party involved here, like this typically represents that other person. This whole column, I've got an ending maybe you didn't see coming, an ending in betrayal, someone or something from the past coming back up, and there's this hot, fiery, attractive person that there's desire and passion for. I'm not liking that at all. If that's their intentions, it's like I'm intending to do something I know I'm not supposed to do. I'm intending to, I don't know if this is evading the truth or speaking the truth and telling you that I'm moving forward toward this other person. It doesn't really jive with this thinking that there's going to be hope that we can heal this, unless this is a person who's going to go try to see if the grass is greener on the other side of the fence, and if that doesn't pan out, then I'm maintaining the hope that I can come back. Could be that. Either way, I've got two cards here, Ace of Swords, Queen of Swords, that can represent truth. It just doesn't feel like you're actually getting the real truth out of them. I don't like their intentions, but I'm still going to take a look at what they're actually most likely to do, because sometimes what a person intends to do and what they actually follow through with don't always match. So let's take a look at what are this person's most likely actions toward Gemini and this connection here in June 2024. What have we here? Well, I do not like them. Bottom of the deck. The Tower is underlying what they're most likely to do. So they're most likely to cause some sort of a devastating moment here. The collapse of something important in their lives, maybe something important in your life. This is feeling like the collapse of the connection between the two of you. It's a foundation rocking event. Once this moment happens, nothing's the same after that. And then there's still this idea of putting in the work, putting in the time, effort, and energy to get what they want here. And the Wheel of Fortune. So this is a change in the luck and fortune. This would be that pivotal moment where the wheel spins the other way and this thing takes a left turn into the telephone pole, hence the Tower. Now, it can also represent the opposite of that. If things have taken the left turn into the telephone pole, this could be them coming back, trying to put the work in on like turning this back around, going the other way, trying to correct course and put this back on track. But it feels like they're intending to go through with this third energy thing here, knowing full well that it's going to cause a problem and probably expecting that they're going to be able to come back and schmooze you over again and still get whatever they want, is what it's looking like. What's actually out here in their most likely actions toward you, Gemini, I get the Hermit, the Three of Cups, and the Ace of Pentacles. Very strange how their energy starts out with an ace, a new opportunity for something, and it ends with an ace, a physical, tangible opportunity for something. And right down the center column, there's communicating about this opportunity, moving forward with some love offer, moving forward toward this physical opportunity, taking steps in that direction. What they're most likely to do, it would appear, is stop communicating. The Hermit is the Virgo major arcana card. It's usually withdrawal, isolation. This would mean like communication shutting down. If it doesn't shut down completely, it's going to be very different than it was before here, like fewer and farther between. I get this a lot when the person ghosts you, or when they go do some stupid stuff and you don't get any closure. They don't talk about it. They just cause the tower and keep right on keeping on here. Central to this, most likely to do, is this Three of Cups, which is Cancer energy. That Three Cups can be being reunited and celebrating, but those Three Cups can also represent a third-party love triangle, because we do have Three Cups of love here. I got advancing a cup of love in this same column. I've got two queens right above that. We've seen the birth of something new. We've seen the player a couple of times. And it ends off with this Ace of Pentacles. This is a physical, tangible opportunity presenting itself. Physical opportunity in the real world. This is not an idea. Like, this could be an idea, but this is a physical thing that you can touch. I've got communications about this opportunity, this physical opportunity. To me, it's tied to this Queen of Wands here, this person from the past, or this history of having some other person, and possibly even a history of betrayal. To me, this physical opportunity presenting itself seems like it's a physical opportunity to do something with this person that they have attraction for. That's probably how we're getting to the Three Cups. Looking like this person is already thinking about and feeling that it's somehow a good idea to try to move forward with someone that they have some kind of a history with. This Six of Cups does not have to mean like someone from the past in the sense of like an ex that they were with previously to you. This could just be someone that they know already, that there's some sort of a history with. I mean, hell, technically 10 minutes ago is the past. So this would just represent, it's not a brand new person. It's not like they're going to go out to the bar one night and bump into some brand new person they've never met before and this is going to happen. It's looking like someone that they already know on some level, have some sort of a history with. I mean, that could be someone that they work with. I do see this Eight of Pentacles here. I've seen it a couple of times. It could be someone they went to school with. It could be anyone that's just not a brand new person here. Not really feeling like this person has got your best interest in mind as much as they're only concerned with themselves here. So let's get you some advice on how to best navigate this situation as you move through the rest of June 2024 and beyond. Like what you should do, what you shouldn't do, how you should play this in the way that things work out best for you and your own greatest good. What's the advice for Gemini, please? Let's get 5 cards. Okay. I got one more flip over in here. Thank you. Let's get one more. Yeah, I'm not feeling this at all. Not feeling them at all. It looks like it's just very clearly telling you what you're dealing with here. Bottom of the deck. Underlying your advice, Gemini. Wheel of Fortune. Like I said, this can be a change in the luck and fortune. This could be, if things were going great, this is the pivotal moment where it goes to hell in a handbasket. If things have been going bad, sometimes this could be correcting course. Sometimes this can just represent a repeating cycle of something happening over and over again. I've got history here. History of forward movement to someone that's not you. History of this person there's attraction to. History of endings in betrayal here. Endings you don't see coming. Looks like we could be having a repeat of something. This does not feel like the first time you've had a problem with this person. And if it is, it ain't the first time that they've done some sneaky, deceptive crap like this before. Maybe they did that with someone that wasn't you previously. When I look at your advice, Gemini, I get the Six of Wands. the Eight of Wands, the Queen of Wands. Are you noticing the pattern here? Wands are passion and desire and sexual energy. And the first three cards in your advice are Wands. Seven of Swords, Two of Pentacles. This is very clear here. This Six of Wands is Leo energy. This is an energy of recognition. So that could be you getting recognized for something, personal recognition. More often than not, this is going to be you coming to some sort of a recognition. You recognizing something either about your person or about the connection here. And whatever it is that you recognize here allows forward movement for you to happen. This is looking like they're getting recognized by you for all of this stuff. Eight of Wands. This is a lot of passion and desire type of an energy. This is very fast moving energy. This is the second fastest energy in the whole deck. This is rapid forward movement on something, rapid progress on something. There's a lot of passion and desire for it. Can represent rapid back and forth passionate communications happening and you recognizing this. This can also just represent that what you recognize is just it's too much to handle. It's too much to process all at once. It probably came out of left field for you. Probably something you weren't expecting. Very rarely do you expect the Tower. Very rarely do you expect the Wheel of Fortune to spin. This is like a lot of fast movement on your person's end. Toward this Queen of Wands, we've already seen her here in their intentions, the thing that they're intending to move forward toward. That's the hot queen, the person they have all this physical attraction, sexual attraction, desire for. That's central to your advice. It's almost like saying, hey, open your eyes and recognize that this is what they're moving forward toward. Next is the Seven of Swords. This is Aquarius energy, again, of lying, cheating, stealing, deception, them sneaking around behind your back, trying to get away with moving forward toward this Queen of Wands character here, doing stuff they know they're not supposed to be doing and trying to get away with it. And this final card is the Two of Pentacles. This is Capricorn energy. This is twos are choices, so it's some physical choice of like, do I want this one or that one? And I can't have both at the same time. I see that in their intentions. Do I want the air sign queen, or do I want this fire sign queen? This could be them juggling two people in the physical sense. So this is looking like you got something really big either currently going down with this person or it is about to go down with this person, and I don't really like what I'm seeing from their thinking or their intentions or what they're most likely to do, because what they're most likely to do is bring a third cup in here and go after this new physical opportunity that presents itself. And it looks like your advice is telling you to pay attention to that stuff because, again, it's reiterating what they're about to do. Now, if you still have questions you want answered about this situation or your relationship, click on any of the videos that just appeared on your screen right now. When you do, you'll be taken to more Gemini readings that can give you more insight and more clarity about what's really going on in your particular situation. And I'll see you in the next video.